Hi, it's Valerie, and welcome to your OT Coaching Tune-Up. Today I wanted to speak about a tool I frequently use in coaching, and it's from the book The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks, an executive coach. He speaks about the ways in which we up or limit ourselves, which is the way we ultimately sabotage ourselves. And he uses them in 4 different ways. These are basically limiting beliefs or deep core wounds that show up that we subconsciously use throughout our lives. And so what happens is that when these old stories, old wounds, old limiting beliefs come up, we up or limit, we sabotage ourselves from experience great joy, great pleasure, great success in a certain area of our lives. And these creep in without us noticing it. And so the 4 that he speaks about are really wonderful and really interesting, and if you're interested, I highly recommend getting the book, The Big Leap by Gay Hendricks. And today I'm going to speak about 1. So what happened for me and how this showed up was the day before the new moon, the solstice, a friend of mine asked if somebody could come into my yoga class to take pictures for the paper, and it was for an event that was happening that weekend that I had nothing to do with. And I said, sure. And so they came in, took pictures, didn't really pay attention. And the next day I started to get a ton of texts saying, love your picture on the front page, and oh my gosh. And I was like, what? I didn't even know. And so I found out that I was on the front page of the paper as well as the front page of the entertainment section. And I was flooded with a ton of emotions. Like, I was excited, I was completely honored, I thought it was really cool, I felt significant, and it was just truly an honor. And I was like, wow, this is kind of like a big deal in my little town, And then all of a sudden, I started to feel all these other emotions come in. I started to feel guilt. Why is it me? It should have been my friend. The weekend wasn't about me. I started to feel a lot of shame. I started to worry about what people would think. I started to worry if people would envy me for that and then hold that against me. And it was so interesting. And so what I started to do was I watched those upper limiting thoughts start to come in, the sabotaging thoughts come in. And I acknowledged and validated them. It makes sense. The belief is I don't want to shine too big. And this is something that I've had my entire life. For many different reasons, I didn't want to shine too big in the world. I wanted to kind of dim my light down because I didn't want to make other people uncomfortable, whether it was my sister or other people in my life. I didn't want to make other people uncomfortable, and it was really, really important for me. And so throughout my life, I would do all these different things to sabotage myself when I was experiencing great success or about to experience great success. And I could name a ton of different times that it happened. And so here it was again, showing up. And interestingly, though, it's what I want to do, and what I keep doing as a coach is supporting people and shining their light in who they are, because there's something so brilliant when we allow our truth to really shine, because all of us have an incredible, unique gift. And when we allow ourselves to shine, we ultimately give other people permission and space to shine as well. It's not always going to be that way, right? Because sometimes when you're shining your light and you allow yourself to really celebrate who you are, it sometimes does make other people feel uncomfortable. And so in turn, they might project stuff on you because it makes them so uncomfortable, and it's not okay. And so oftentimes we dim ourselves down, we bring our vibration down in order to match that person. And so what I got to do was witness this inside of me, acknowledge and validate those feelings that were coming through, because it makes sense. It's a habit I've been doing for so long, and just continue. What I did is I continued in my mind to go to that place of, this is an opportunity, and this isn't about me. This is an honor, though, and I want to really, really expand that pleasure feeling in my heart of the opportunity, of the honor, of the beauty. And so it was a practice, and it was really, really interesting to sit with myself. So again, this is something that not everybody has, but I invite you to create some space to really sit with the ways in which you might dim your light down, deflect certain things that are coming at you from really allowing yourself to shine big in the world. And if you do notice it, just look throughout your life the ways and the times in which you have dimmed your light, and just remember that these are patterns that so many of us have had for so long. So really acknowledge and validate those very natural and normal feelings that are coming through. And then from that place to really look at the beautiful things in which you are, and remember, this is just a belief in you. My question is, what belief would you rather have about shining in the world? And the more and more we play that belief in our minds, and we stay true to that new story, that becomes our truth. Because that's how the other one came there in the first place. But it's changing and shifting this neuropatterning inside of our brains to associate our shining big to our new story instead of the old. So have fun with this. Give yourself some time and space to explore. If you have any questions or you want some support, please feel free to email me at Valerie@organictwist.com, and shine really big in the world, because you're beautiful and the world wants and needs your unique and special gifts. And as always, expect great things.